Hey everybody, welcome to Localite again. It's always a pleasure to have you. And with me in the studio today is Erica Wilson, and she's the owner of Columbia Laser Skin Center in Hood River in the Dells. And they've been doing all kinds of things over there and really interesting, innovative services. And so she's here to tell us about her business and a little bit about herself. And so I'm excited to have her. And Erica, thanks for coming in.
Hey, great to see you. Thanks to be here.
Yeah, well, I want to start off with one thing because this is something I've had a lot of experience with and I did not have success in treating, and that's acne.
Yeah.
I suffered with acne for years, and I still, have breakouts that I think are probably way beyond what I should be at my age.
Right.
But, I tried everything. I tried Accutane,
Wow.
I tried Proactive, I tried all kinds of topical stuff, and really didn't have much success with any of it. But you guys have had a lot of success, and so tell me about what you're doing and the differences between a lot of the stuff we see out on the market.
Yeah. Well, actually, your story is very common. We hear it every day in our office, and we are having some amazing success with our acne programs. So,
what are some of the things that you guys are offering or doing?
Well, we offer a very comprehensive acne program because acne is a very complex skin disorder, and we find that it affects kids, teenagers, and adults pretty equally. And kind of like what you said, adults get really frustrated because they kind of figure they're past that period of their life where they should be having breakouts.
Yeah, you get to thinking like, well, I'm an adult now, and people think, well, I don't clean my skin or something.
Right.
And you're like, I'm washing, and I found out later, you could overwash your skin and make it worse.
Absolutely.
So I found out the hard way.
Try to scrub that off.
Yeah. So as an adult, it's really embarrassing to have acne.
Yeah, it can be very frustrating. But yeah, so it's, because it is a complex problem, we have developed a program that addresses the many aspects of what causes acne because it's part genetics, there's some hormonal components, there's lifestyle components to it. And so what we have really done is we've looked at all the medical literature, and we have actually put together a very comprehensive holistic plan that offers everything from a customized skincare treatment program that we get people started on at home, as well as in-office procedures that we do. And then finally, we sit down and spend a lot of time counseling our clients on lifestyle aspects. So what we now know is the dietary effects that acne is affected by things that we eat, the stress in our lives, the things that we use on our skin, and how that plays a role in acne.
So, I remember hearing, and I don't even know if these are true or, fables or what, but, if you ate fast food or you drink sodas, all of, those things, or chocolate. I had heard, chocolate's terrible.
Right.
It'll come right out of your skin.
Right.
Is that true?
Well, interestingly enough, we debunked those myths for years and years and years, but lately there has been some very compelling evidence that have shown the effects of carbohydrates. So simple sugars, so you think of chocolate and sodas. Fast foods, you think of, there's a lot of carbohydrates in there too, and how carbohydrates can affect how much oil is produced on the skin, how much bacteria is on the skin that causes the acne breakouts, and then how sticky the skin cells get once they make it through their life cycle. So actually, what we eat plays a huge role in our skin health.
Really?
So yeah, interestingly enough, dairy plays another big role too in acne.
Now dairy, why dairy?
Well, initially they thought it was the fat, and then there was some debate about the iodine, but it seems to be the hormones that naturally occur in dairy. And this even seems to be the case with organic dairy products, that there's still some evidence that shows that naturally occurring hormones in dairy actually causes an increase in our own androgens, so the things like testosterone, which can increase oil production, and it can also make acne worse. So that's a pretty interesting thing. And actually, there was a well-published study probably about 15, 20 years ago that demonstrated that. They redid the study more recently, and it still shows that dairy can be real problematic with acne sufferers. Yeah.
Now, why is it that acne seems to affect teenagers and young adults, maybe even into your early 20s, much more so than when you get into your late 20s, 30s?
Right. Well, I think a lot of that's hormonal, definitely. Okay. Yeah, just the hormonal changes that kids at that age are going through.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about stress? Does stress play a big part in it?
Huge. I mean, I think we can all recall, the special event coming up, super stressed. Exactly.
Yeah.
One right between the eyes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we see, people getting ready for their wedding. They come in and they are in a state of panic because they've got this breakout. But yeah, absolutely. Because cortisol, which is another hormone, definitely plays a huge role in what's going on with our skin. So stress is big. And we do a lot of counseling on stress management for our clients because, again, I think when you're treating acne, if you only focus on one aspect, for instance, if you're just buying skincare products, but you're not making those changes in your diet or in, managing stress in a healthy way or picking the right skincare products that aren't going to make acne worse, you're not going to have the kind of success in clear, healthy skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now is acne, because, as a man, I suffered, like I said, from acne bad. And is it generally worse in men than women or women than men, or does that really not matter?
It really doesn't seem to matter. And I can think of a really great story of someone that we saw, a young man that came into us about 8 months ago with very severe acne. And you could just tell by, how he sat in the chair, just head down, not making any eye contact. And we got him started on our program. And unfortunately, because I'm in the back office a lot, I don't get to see these people every time they come in, and I just happened to see him about 3 months later, and it was an entirely different person sitting there waiting for his appointment. He was sitting up, he was talkative, he was even engaging in conversation with me, super animated, and his skin looked great. It was just so, so fun for me to see that huge transformation, not just in his skin, but just, in his whole affect and his whole self-esteem, just that complete shift.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know every time that I would have a bad breakout, which seemed to be more often than not, you want to hide. You don't want anybody to see you. When people are talking to you, all you're doing is watching their eyes because they're looking.
Exactly.
You're looking at them.
You can see it.
Well, how about with when I was on Accutane? I had to sign all these papers and stuff. They were this has serious side effects or potential side effects.
Yeah.
Is that even on the market anymore?
Well, the brand name Accutane was pulled off the market a year ago in July, mainly because there have been so many class action lawsuits regarding safety with Accutane. I think definitely the medical community hands down will tell you that Accutane works phenomenally well for people that have severe acne. However, it affects liver, it affects your red blood cells and the production of those, and then in women it can cause terrible birth defects if they were to get pregnant while on Accutane.
Yeah, because I had to go in for lab work, I think every month or something when I was on it.
Absolutely.
And I did 2 rounds of it.
Yeah, oh boy.
So there you go. You can obviously, I had bad skin.
Yeah.
What about like with Proactiv? What is the difference between Proactiv and the treatments that you're offering? What's the key difference?
Right. Well, Proactiv is a really popular product. We see the commercials all the time for Proactiv. But what we see in our practice is people will come in and they'll say, gosh, I used Proactiv for about 12 weeks and I did get better, and then it got worse again. And the reason that is because Proactiv really just addresses one aspect of treating acne. Again, because of the complexity of acne and the way that product is designed, it's really not treating all aspects of what causes acne.
Okay. So it definitely has a short-term effect, and you get great results on the short term. But it's all those other things that you spoke of earlier that you need to change, and you guys help educate people in that regard. Yeah. Well, cool. We're going to go to break real quick, but when we come back, I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things you guys do with plastic surgery and some neat stuff. So you guys, when we come back with Erica, we'll talk about Columbia Laser Skin Center's plastic surgeon and some of the services they offer in that arena. So stick with us. We'll be right back.